What's going on, parents? This is Minister Justin Mackey coming to you with our quarterly rundown where we give you information about the things that we've done at Impact and those things that are to come. So in the last quarter, we relaunched the youth ministry. We had a great relaunch event where we brought in an artist, and we're grateful for them for coming. We also recruited 25 volunteer workers to help with servicing your kids and making sure that they have a great Wednesday night experience. To just kind of share with you some information about how the flow of things go. On Wednesday nights when your teens come in before service, they have the ability to play our Xboxes, and we praise God because someone donated those, so that's an area that we were able to save money in the budget. We also have obtained some indoor basketball hoops, as well as a foosball table. So those things are available to your young people, as well as we have those on hand to help with homework when they're here, and a tutoring space available for them. Also in this time, they come in, and after that time has passed, as it goes into the service, we have the countdown video that generally plays for them to alert them that, hey, it's time to come off the games. It's time to sit down and prepare our hearts to go into worship. After the countdown is done, those who lead praise and worship are generally here on the stage, ready to bring them in. We have them come down to the front, and we have a good time of praise and worship. After we get done with praise and worship, I generally come on the stage, or one of the youth leaders come on the stage, and we greet them. We do our activity. We also do offering time because we want to instill in them the principle of giving and give them an understanding why we give. So one of the things that I challenge your young people to do is each week I ask them to bring $1. I say just bring $1 to service on Wednesday nights, so that we can challenge them to give. So what I do is when it's offering time, I generally joke with them and say, hey, who brought their dollar? I'll say, who brought their 4 quarters? Who brought their nickel, their dime, their penny? Because even if it's a small amount that they're giving, I want to instill in them that principle of giving. Even those that work, we're instilling in them and talking to them about tithing so that they have that understanding. After we move past that area, we generally go into the activity. Sometimes the activity relates to the lesson that we'll be talking about, or it may not relate to the lesson that we're talking about. It might just be something fun. I know this past week we did an ice cream eating contest, and the reason why we did that is because it was a preface that I wanted to just do something nice for them and to give them ice cream. So I said, you all's participation is going to determine what happens for everybody else based off of those who are on the stage. And so I said, based off of how they participate, it's going to see what happens for everybody else. And I said, I'm just kidding. Everybody's going to get ice cream today. We're having an ice cream party. And so we did that, and I allowed them while I was teaching the lesson, to go and get some ice cream. I said, hey, go get some ice cream. Let's have a conversation. And we talked about being an example. And those are the type of things that we're talking about. A lot of my lessons and teachings that we're going to be doing, and not just myself, I have others of the youth leader staff that are going to be in place teaching the classes now. So it won't just be me all the time now. I want to free up some of my time so that I can go between the classes and see what's going on in the middle school and make sure they're doing good, and also to check on this over here. So we're going to be talking about the fundamentals of faith, trying to get your kids to learn more scripture and more biblical content. Also teaching them how to be disciples and how to minister to other people, and making sure that their lives line up to the profession of faith that we say out of our mouths here as believers. Another good area or another area that we've accomplished great success in with this relaunch is we were able to successfully establish our middle school area. I know that prior to the relaunch, we had a lot of problems with consistency with something for the middle school to do. It was great things for the elementary, great thing for the toddlers. We had the nursery going on, then you got high school over here, and the middle school kids kind of got lost in the shuffle. Well, it's no longer like that. They have their own area that someone is there consistently each week. I mean, we have an abundance of help. I have youth leaders that ask, even when they're not scheduled, hey, do you need extra help this week? And so they go back there as a result, and they help out in those areas. So your kids always have class. They're doing great activities back there. They're having an exciting time. They're making new friends. I had one parent, some of the parents, what they do is before they let their kids start coming here, they do a trial. So they'll come back here with them and see what their kid's response is. And then after that, they'll say, all right, my kid likes it, I like it, so I'm gonna let them come. And so we're excited for that. We're excited what's to come. We have some great things in store and planned. One of the areas that we are challenged in right now is getting commitment from parents. It is vitally important to me and to the ministry and to the things that we're trying to accomplish for your kids that when we put certain things out, that you please, I can't say it enough, make sure to register your kids. So if we talk about events that we want to do, make sure that you go out and register as soon as you hear about those events. That way I can get an accurate count of the things that we're going to do. A lot of times the reason why we don't do as many events or outings as we could is because we get registration at the last minute, or people don't register and then they just show up. And God's a God of order. So to do things decently and in order, if we put things out there, I just ask that you register your kids. Even if it's for our volunteer service events that we do, please register your kids so that I know how many to plan for, so I know who's coming, so that they can be accounted for and that we can have adequate transportation if we're all going to ride together, or we can determine what we're going to do in those areas. Another area that we've been challenged in as far as it relates to things concerning Impact is really getting the kids involved. So I'm going to kind of change some things up. This upcoming week on Wednesday night, I'm going to gauge their interest and see what areas they want to be involved in. I'm grateful for the young people that have been serving in our cafe. Also grateful for those who stepped up to serve as junior ambassadors with our ambassadors or ushers ministry here in the church. Now I'm going to step up the game a little bit more. I want to get some of them working in the audio visual for the youth ministry. I want to get some of them leading praise and worship and using their gifts and talents. So if they're artistic, I want them to help with the designing of our shirts, because it was never meant for us to just have the one baseball tee. It's meant to be a whole line of gear for your children and teens to be able to buy and for the church body. So I want to open those things up to them and make it available. Another thing that I think you guys would think is just great is we've been spending time with our youth leaders. Actually, we haven't had a meeting here recently, but we need to, and we're going to be doing that. But in those meetings that I have with the youth leaders, we kind of ask what's working, what's not working, how can we fix this? So we're constantly going in and seeing how we can perfect our craft and get better at the things that we're doing to be able to adequately reach your young people. Also in these meetings is a time of training where we go over and we reteach things over and over again, and we review things, not as a way to be annoying or to just keep doing the same things repetitively, but teaching is repeating until learning takes place. So we have to keep repeating these things until we get it, and so that we're flowing in excellence, so we're flowing without confusion, so that we're flowing with order, so that your kids have, or your teens have, the best experience that they can have here out of Impact. Also, I wanted to let you all know that I'm open even to your feedback and different things that you guys want to share and bring to us concerning the ministry, areas of improvement that we can make to, again, make this the best experience. I don't just want them to come here because you all are over in adult church. I want them to come so that they can really experience a service that's geared towards them and have a real relationship with Jesus Christ. Above anything else, above all the fun that we have, I want them to have a real relationship with Jesus Christ, where they understand that even though they're believers, they can still go out and have fun and have a good time. And on top of that, having fun and having a good time, they know their boundaries. They have an understanding of, just because I make a mistake, I'm not going to hell for that. And Jesus doesn't hate me because I make a mistake. But they have an understanding that there is a lifestyle that you have to live as a believer, and giving them those fundamentals. That's really what we're trying to do, so that when they leave out of here and they go to the colleges, they go to their jobs, they even go to their high schools, that they are equipped with the tools to be able to say, I know who God is. And not only do I know who God is, I have a relationship with him. Let me show you how to have a relationship with him, and we can still kick it and have a good time within our boundaries as a believer. So again, like I said, I just wanted to bring these things to you and let you know what's going on here at Impact. We're looking forward to the next quarter. I'm so excited. In the next quarter, we're going to have our back to school event, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be a 3-day event. And then the climax of this event will be our annual glow party that we have, but it's going to be a glow party like you ain't never seen it before here at the Worship Center of Kansas City. We also have some great events planned for that Saturday. One of the things that I'm working on, I'll let y'all in on a little secret. It's going to be my rendition of paintballing, but I ain't going to tell you what it is. Just know that your kids will really enjoy it shooting. The adults are going to want to get in on it and have a good time too. And the funny thing is, when I brought it up in the meeting, some of those in the meeting, the adults here on the staff at the church was like, do you need volunteers? I'll do it, because it's just going to be that fun. So I just want you all to prepare your kids for the 3rd weekend in August. We're going to have a great time. fellowship and fun. There's going to be a lot going on, and more details are coming, so stay tuned. And again, this has been your quarterly rundown with Minister Justin Mackey for the Impact Youth Ministry.